Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Let's Be Connected. I'm Shaiba. Once again, I'll be your host today for today's session. And Let's Be Connected. What is Let's Be Connected? It's an innovative program hosted by the International Office at Near East University, which aims at bringing together different members involved in the tertiary educational level, such as officers from the International Office, lecturers, as well as students, whether they are prospective students or current students, whereby they can have a platform to come together and interact and, like I suggest, be connected. Without any further ado, I'm going to introduce today's guest, Honorable Assistant Professor Dr. Seren Başaran, a faculty member of the Computer Information Systems Department at Near East University. Dear Professor, welcome.
Okay, welcome, Shaima.
Thank you. Dear Professor, how have you been?
Well, I am doing fine. I am a bit excited to be a guest in such an innovative broadcast here. So let's...
Definitely, Professor. The pleasure is ours. Actually, we are also very enthusiastic to host you today. Actually, thank you for having accepted our invitation. And you are here today for this session, so thank you on behalf of the whole team. Before we go into the mainstream questions, can I ask you to introduce yourself to our viewers and to tell us a little bit about yourself, about your position at Near East University?
Yes, certainly. My name is Seren Başaran. I am a faculty member, senior lecturer at the Computer Information Systems Department. And also I am currently the head of the Computer Technologies Department in vocational school, including computer programming, 2-year degree programs. So that is my brief introduction of myself.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor. You are here, like you mentioned, to represent the Department of Computer Information Systems. So, I mean, without wasting any time, let's jump right into the department. I'm sure that many of our viewers, they have seen Computer Information Systems, or CIS for short. But what can you tell us about the specificities of the program? What does it cover?
Well, our department was founded in 1988 under the Faculty of Economics and Administrative Sciences. Currently, we have 2 4-year Bachelor of Science degree programs in English and in Turkish, Master of Science degree and PhD programs in English. Additionally, 2-year degree programs in computer programming, both in English and in Turkish, are also available to our students. Our programs are internationally accredited by ASIN, which stands for the Accreditation Agency for the degree programs in engineering, informatics, computer science, natural sciences, and mathematics. We have other accreditations also, YÖK, and if we have multicultural and diverse student population in our degree programs. So our students usually come from Nigeria, Congo, Pakistan, Zimbabwe, Turkmenistan, Palestine, Sudan, Syria, Jordan, Libya, North Iraq, Gambia, Kenya, Ethiopia, and Turkey. Thank you.
Thank you actually for your answer. So we see that CIS is quite popular all around the world. So that's a very nice thing to hear. So now moving into the classroom, because I'm sure that our viewers, they also want to know what should they expect once they come in the classroom? How will they be assessed? This is the students the most common question, I guess. So what can you tell us? You as a professor, as a lecturer, how do you assess your students in class?
Yeah, well, our lectures are intended to equip students with rich and up-to-date skills and competencies that provide our graduates to compete with the global standards, first of all. And we use individual and group project portfolios, online quizzes, practical interpretive exercises, oral presentations, self-reports, poster presentations, written assignments, reflective thinking exercises, e-portfolios, case studies, discussions, concept mapping, brainstorming. Practical training, of course, could be given as commonly used assessment methods. As you can see, we have quite rich assessment methods in order to maintain our students the retention and the transfer of the knowledge and the skills that were taught in our courses.
Definitely. Thank you once more for your answer. So you did mention about the skills of students. So the next question is quite related to this one that I just asked. Actually, what can you tell the students then? Yes, you have told them how they will be assessed, but how can you maybe hint them or give them some advice when it comes to better understanding what is taught in class?
First of all, we as lecturers, we aim to reach all students with different learning styles, because not only one learning styles may be suitable for all of the students in our classes. So therefore, it is important to address all sensory experiences of our students. So what we do here, we keep the content rich to maximize the comprehension, retention, and the transfer of the knowledge and the skills, so that they can understand the content easily, and the retention will be much more. And therefore, we assign readings, interactive videos, question answer sessions, practices, presentations, etc. That we use to broaden the retention and the transfer of our students' knowledge and skills. So that's what we do to broaden their understanding of the subject.
Thank you so much, dear Professor, once more. I'm hoping that our students, our viewers right now, especially those prospective students, they are taking note of whatever our honorable guest is telling us. Moving on to the next question, as we know at Nearest University, many departments, they have compulsory prescribed summer training programs. What about the Computer Information Systems department? What can you tell us about summer training programs when it comes to this particular department?
Yes, indeed, we do have summer training programs which last 45 work days, where our students have opportunities to use knowledge and skills they acquired during the degree program courses. So our trainee students improve their hardware, software, and information technology skills during the summer training sessions in an IT company that they prefer to do the training. So it's very quite beneficial for them for their future career also.
Definitely. And I would like to add a little follow-up question here. When you say that they have companies available, etc., here to do their training, does the department have someone in particular to give them advice? Can they go to a specific supervisor or advisor in this particular sense?
All the supervisors, can advise if our students have trouble finding a proper summer training place in a company. We can suggest, actually our university also have some potential opportunities for summer training. Innovation Center, for example, the robotics lab, have good opportunities, provide good opportunities, and so far some of our students completed their training in the Innovation Center Robotics Lab. For others, actually we as supervisors try to find summer training places for students in need in the ministries. We have connections with the ministries. Also from industry, we have some connections, and we direct our students to that companies. So the possibilities are very varied in that respect. So they shouldn't be worrying about the summer training. But if they do prefer, because we have, as I mentioned before, we have a diverse student population coming from different countries. So they can, if they prefer to do their summer training in their country, it's also acceptable as long as it is related to the IT business.
Definitely. Thank you so much. This last mention of yours actually is very interesting for us, especially at the international office, because we deal with international students who prefer to come to our university, and they come from abroad, from their own home countries. So actually it's very interesting for them to hear that they can choose to do their summer training programs abroad. So thank you once more, dear Professor, for your answer. So now let's move towards students, the student as an individual. What can you tell us in your experience? How do you qualify a successful student? Who to you is a successful student?
Actually, first of all, thank you for asking such an innovative and novel question to me. Well, according to my experience, a successful student has a self-interest, first of all, and inner motivation to learn, not only for the sake of getting good grades. Another remarkable defining feature of a successful, let's say, individual is to be a good problem solver. Here, I am not implying only the math problems that we encounter in the curriculum. I imply the problems that we encounter throughout our daily lives. So to be a good problem solver is the basic step of being a successful in the academic or also in the real life as well. Another point is critical thinking is also a definitive aspect of successful individual. So in our classes, we try to improve our students' critical thinking by giving them challenging tasks in the lectures. And lastly, successful student improves himself or herself through lifelong learning, because as you can guess, the learning does not, end when you complete your study. Actually, it is continuing throughout the life. So lifelong learning is important, self-improvement, self-development is important. And such successful students who improve themselves throughout lifelong learning, they require minor guidance from the tutors. So these are the major aspects of being a successful individual.
Thank you so much, dear Professor. So, dear viewers, you have gotten not only pieces of advice when it comes to being a successful student, but our dear Professor has also told us how to be a successful individual at large, because indeed your words were very precious. Learning is indeed a lifelong procedure. So thank you once more. Now moving to the next question. is actually regarding the postgraduate studies. Many students, they do their undergraduate studies and then they decide to stop there and they go into the working sector. But what about postgraduate studies? What can you tell us about the advantages of pursuing your postgraduate studies and not just stopping?
Okay. Yeah. Firstly, we have many students who completed their Bachelor of Science degree in our department and who started Master of Science or PhD degree in our department also. So, which actually this provides many benefits for students who would like to pursue their academic studies in our postgraduate programs. Firstly, they have earlier academic experience with the instructors they know, and academic publications with students are encouraged by our instructors. They have opportunities to be able to publish in internationally recognized journals, and conducting longitudinal studies are possible with such students who complete their Bachelor of Science, Master of Science degree and pursue their PhD degree. So also academic networking will be stronger, and they will have more time to develop and implement novel research, which will have high impact to the information technology field, because such projects require substantial amount of time. So I definitely suggest them, if they finish their Bachelor of Science degree in our department, and if they want to pursue their academic career, they can continue with our department accredited degree programs as well. They are going to learn a lot, and also we could be able to work collaboratively with our students.
Definitely. Thank you so much, dear Professor. Indeed, so students should, like you mentioned, they should pursue their postgraduate studies, and also they have the opportunity to do so at nearest university itself. So I'm now going to just address myself to our viewers once more. Tune in at the very end of this video. I'm going to give you some information about the opportunity of applying for postgraduate scholarships. If you wish to apply for your postgraduate studies here, whether it is master's studies or at nearest university. So stay tuned till the end of this video. Dear Professor, I'm going to move to the next question now, which is regarding the working sector. We have brushed onto the whole of the tertiary educational levels, but of course, after graduation, our dear alumni students are going to have to enter the working sector. So what can you tell them when it comes to job opportunities branching from this department?
Actually, our department is very lucky when it comes to the job opportunities, because the curriculum is organized in taking part of the different fields like management, business administration, engineering, programming. So it provides lots of job opportunities to our students. So our graduates can find all government, private organization jobs where the computers are used. Some popular working areas of our graduates can be IT departments of the private public companies, communication and networking departments of the private government firms, independent IT consultancy, IT administration, database administration, research and development at universities and also in other institutions, teaching information technology at the institutions, setting up their own businesses can be another choice. And additionally, our graduates have options of continuing with the higher education for doctoral studies in the field of computer information technology or related fields. So as you can see, they have lots of job opportunities as compared to the engineering, MIS. So it's not it covers the whole combination of the fields here. So they are very lucky that our curriculum matches with the needs of the global market, today's global market, and they have so many opportunities, job opportunities here.
Definitely. Thank you once more. Actually, you have brushed onto the most of the range of job opportunities for this particular department. And like you said, it's very, very interesting for us to hear that it's a very huge umbrella, and our students, they have a lot of choices for the job opportunities. So thank you once more, dear Professor. I'm going to, before moving to the last questions, I'm going to just ask you to maybe tell our students if they want to reach out to you aside from the classroom, aside from conventional measures. Do students, current students, or even alumni students who have left us, but they might want to contact you after graduation, can they do so? Do you have such an opportunity for them?
Actually, personally, I am always available 7-24 hours. We, as the department lecturers, we constantly keep in touch with our graduate students. We track their progress. Actually, today I was just about to write a recommendation letter for my students who graduated 3 years ago. So we always keep in touch. They send me constantly emails about the jobs that they are currently in, and also if they require a recommendation, also they write to me. And in addition, we publish together with our graduates in respected journals, so they are always welcome. We keep in touch.
Definitely. Thank you so much once again. So it's always nice for students to see that they can have such a relationship with their dear professors, especially professors of your standards who are still willing to assist them and help them even after graduation. So thank you for having put this out there. Now, regarding one of the most asked questions, especially from international students, regarding the accreditation. It is something that most of the international students, they kind of worry about and they get inquisitive about. Can you please give us some information about the accreditation of this particular department and our diploma?
Yes. Actually, our computer information systems Bachelor of Science and Master of Science programs are currently accredited by ASIN. In addition, we have been accredited by some other organizations. ASIN is internationally recognized accreditation institution. And we have accreditations from UDAC, which is the Higher Education Planning Evaluation Accreditation Coordination Council of the Northern Cyprus, and all universities in the Northern Cyprus must apply to UDAC to get the accreditation to degree programs before the program starts. Since we have been accredited by UDAC, and UDAC is the member of the other accreditation bodies, indirectly, we have other accreditations as well from International Network for Quality Assurance Agencies in Higher Education, UK National Agency responsible for providing information, advice, and expert opinion on qualifications worldwide, ENCA, European Association for Quality Assurance in Higher Education, and Higher Education Council, YÖK of Turkey, which is a government organization. And we get accreditation before the faculty department and degree program starts. And also we have EURACE, which is a framework and accreditation system that provides a set of standards that identifies the high quality engineering programs in Europe and abroad, and European Network for Accreditation of Engineering Education. So we have all these accreditations, and hopefully we will continue accrediting our new programs as well.
Thank you so much for such a detailed overview of the accreditation aspect. I would like to add that if any of our viewers want extra additional information for our accreditations, they can visit our official website of Near East University, and we have a whole webpage designed for the accreditation details. So, dear Professor, we have unfortunately reached towards the end of this session. We have covered most of the questions, but before you leave the floor, can you please give some pieces of advice to our viewers right now, especially the prospective students who are leaning towards the Department of CIS?
Well, actually, they are always welcome. They should not hesitate to contact us. Our contact information is at the website of the university. They can search through Google and see our contact information. I also advise them, when they learn some knowledge in the class, in their earlier studies, they should inquire more and to do some hands-on practice to improve themselves. So lifelong learning and self-development are important. And it will be also beneficial when they would, if they decide to come to our department. So it will be very beneficial for them also. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. It was a great honor to have you on our platform today. So unfortunately, it's time for you to leave us, but I hope that we will be having another opportunity to work with you very soon again. So until then, take care of yourself and good luck with everything that you have on your agenda.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So that was our guest for today, and we had a short session, but a very, very instructive one. And I hope that all of our viewers have taken notes of whatever our honorable guest has told us today. Actually, it was a very informative session. So we are going to have another very interesting session on Friday. Tune in; it's going to be a little bit different because our guest is not a lecturer. Our guest for Friday is a representative of the Africa region. So gather your colleagues, gather your friends, please tune in on Friday. You can check our social media pages, Instagram as well as Facebook, for you to get all the information about the time and the schedules for our programs, even not only for this week, but next week as well, because we have weekly programs. So before leaving you today, I'm going to brush upon the application procedure. How do we apply to Near East University? You're just going to send an email address to the email address that is appearing on the screen right now, info@neu.edu.r, and the related officer is going to assist you accordingly. Again, another point that I told you guys to tune in for is the postgraduate scholarship application period, which is still currently open. For the scholarships, we have different scholarship points, starting from 25% and going up to 100%. So please try your luck and send your documents to the same email address that appeared on the screen, info@neu.edu.tr, and just try your luck. Maybe you're going to score a scholarship from Near East University. Until next time, this was Shaima from Near East University, and don't forget, as I always say, let's be connected.